Welcome to LifePoint TV. I'm Pastor Dale Phillips, your host for LifePoint, your path to real life. We are studying from Exodus chapter 33. Find verse 14 and 15. Just going to review that real quickly here. Verse 14 and 15. And he said, this is God speaking to Moses. And he said, my presence, underline that, shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. And he said, now this is Moses in response, in reply to God, if thy presence go not with me, carry us not up hence. There's a very interesting principle that's established here. First of all, God's commitment to Moses, to the deliverer of his people, that his presence will go with Moses. And because God's presence is with Moses, they shall have peace. Wherever God is present, we will have peace. Watch this. Moses says in reply, God, if your presence doesn't go with us, don't carry us up hence. I don't want to enter into the land of promise without your presence. I want to share this with our audience today. There should not be any place on our personal or spiritual agenda where we want to travel without the presence of God. We want and need his presence to make sure, or to ensure, that we will always be accompanied by peace. The only guarantee that we can have peace is to remain in his presence. Listen to me. The Bible says, and thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is what? Stayed on thee. It's in his presence that we maintain peace. But now here's something that we also established in our introduction to this teaching. When God is present, there are certain elements, certain things that are absent. And this is the benefit in being in God's presence. The scriptures teach us in the New Testament that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love and of power and of a sound mind. That's Paul speaking to Timothy. And we want to relay that same concept presently here, that God, when God is present, it's impossible for fear to also be in his presence. So when God is present, fear is absent. Fear cannot remain in the presence of God. So the benefit walking in God's presence is the absence of unwanted, undesirable elements in our life. Fear being at the very top of that list. So we already learned that God's commitment was with Moses, that his presence will go with them and they shall have peace. When God is with us, we will have peace. It doesn't mean that we won't run into conflict, but I won't walk in fear because I know God is present. He is with me. Watch this. Something else that's also absent when God is present. Not only is fear absent, but weakness. Why I like this. Weakness is also absent when God is present. Oh, I can hear the words of Paul where he says in the New Testament, if God be for me, who can be against me? You know, I let the weak say I am what? Strong, because God is present. When God is with us, nothing can stand against us. So I want you to hold on to that important truth today as you walk in the presence of God. This is Pastor Dale Phillips encouraging you to stay on the path that leads to real life.